this weekend. So such a bummer, great guy, and what we want to do as fans is, since he couldn't be here, he's still here with us in spirit. At 6 p.m. tonight in this room, we're going to be hosting a Peter Mayhew tribute panel. I encourage you guys to come to that, spread the word about it, talk about it, and we're going to kind of share some stories and talk a little bit about Peter. So you guys in for that? Someone going to show up for that? Yeah? Cool. I hope so. My name is Aaron Sagers. I'm excited to bring these guys out here. Before I do, there's a microphone right there. Boom, right in the middle. You guys can line up and get ready with your questions now for the Smallville cast. What I am going to ask is keep it to one question per person. Make it an actual question instead of a monologue. Also, please, no special requests. Don't get too weird on me, Dallas. I like you, but don't get too weird on me. And we're going to have a great time together. Also, if you are not directly at the microphone, please squat down if you are physically able, so you are not blocking your fellow nerds behind you. And also give it up for our interpreters on the stage who have been working hard all weekend and will continue to. All right, without further ado, you guys ready for the cast of Smallville? All right, make some noise. Of course you know where it's a lot of land from Smallville. Give it up for Kristen! Oh, we have a reel too. Well, let's throw it to the reel after that intro. Let's show the reel. Nobody wants a reel.
My father wants me to believe it's built on trust, but it's not. It's built on lies and deceit. Do you ever feel guilty?
You know, Michael, after surgery, you really shouldn't be filming or waving. Thanks for being here, everybody, and being patient today. Thanks.
You guys went rogue. They sent you out that way. You're coming out that way. Didn't know where it is.
I stole Kristen's hat.
It's a damn fine hat. It's a nice look for you.
Dude, Kristen Krug is here! Dude, the first time all three of us are together, and I don't know how many years.
It's been a really long
The show
time.
ended.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dallas, right?
It's good because we're going to get to your audience questions, but before we do, welcome to Dallas FanExpo, all of you guys. What is it? What's the dynamic like being back together at a con after so long of not being together? Is it trading war stories? Are you guys remembering things that have long been forgotten about the show?
I had a very awkward moment with Kristen where I was like, it's me. Tom.
We work together.
Small.
Yes, that did happen.
We were watching this reel in the background when you guys were seeing it, and Kristen goes, bunch of babies.
No. She said,
bunch of babies.
look at my babies.
I did not say that.
You didn't say that?
No, but
I thought I heard that. Let's pretend you said that.
You really shouldn't be turning your neck like that.
Michael, face
I
forward.
know, I have to keep my head surgery, so, it's all for Dallas.
You suffer for Dallas. That's very very sweet of you. Well, hey, you guys have questions, right? Let's go ahead and start right away. Let's right up top.
My question is, of the arcs that your characters went through that you remember, which story arc would be your favorite or most memorable?
Favorite story arc?
Kristen. Kristen.
Well, guys,
Xmas, the story when Lex and Lana are in love. That's perfect. That's when I really got to know you, Michael.
I always thought that relationship was hilarious. Every time I saw it, like in the editing room or whatever, or even directing it, it was hilarious to see the two of you, like, because I know you know, we knew each other and stuff, and it's just like, I knew you were playing him the whole time, and he didn't care. Lex was like, oh, that's fine, I'll deal with this.
Why were you in the editing room watching scenes of this?
That's why I became an executive producer, so I could just go watch scenes of you guys.
Oh, by the way, you know what I love to do, Tom? We have a sign language person here. I love that. That's beautiful. I respect that. Thankful that we have someone here to help those who can't hear like we can. Right there. But there is one thing I like to do that I find really fun. And I hope you'll be okay with it. I like to say this one word because I just want to see how it is in sign language.
Right.
And that word is diarrhea. I had diarrhea last week. And I think I'm over the diarrhea. It was explosive. But thank you for hearing my story about diarrhea.
Well, Michael, after experimenting with the diarrhea, have you tried to do the sign for it?
I do it while I'm defecating.
It's like so pretty. It's like
Tom loves it.
I just when you learn those words, like, I don't know.
Yeah, when do you learn the word diarrhea in sign language? Is that like 800th?
yeah.
Oh!
I'm sure they teach it to you fast.
Kristen, welcome to the comms.
it's really lovely.
Great.
Yeah. It's a lovely, delicate word. It just kind of flows. Were you going to answer that question? Is there any other input on the favorite story arcs or anything? Just you.
Say favorite story arc. I haven't thought about this in a very long time. But I know it was a controversial story arc, but I did love Lana's final arc. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was awesome. She kind of came out badass.
I would say, and I think a lot of you have said to me today at the signing table, the Jonathan Clark story was very strong for me. And Schneider had a big part of that. That resonated with me a lot, yeah. And the Lionel Lex was awesome too.
Yeah, that's great.
The Lionel Lex stuff was awesome.
Yeah, it ended with me shoving him out the window of a 50-story building. That was a good conclusion to that story. A good wrap up. A little messy, but a good cleanup.
Nice little bow on that. Yes, next question.
Hello. Kristen, as someone who is also of Asian and European descent, I am wondering what impact your ethnicity has had on your life and career.
Well, for me, apparently it's worked out quite well. Kristen's had a fabulous career. Oh, sorry, did she say Kristen? Yeah, sorry. I'm just looking at everyone kneeling down behind you. These poor people. You don't have to do that for us. It's not Zod in here.
We do this so all the people in the back can see.
Okay, I'm gonna be a dick. I just have to ask, what was the question again?
What impact has your ethnicity had on your life and career?
I don't know. I think now I'm able to play my heritage and I can incorporate that into the stories that I tell and what I'm a part of, and that's helped me a lot. But I don't know what impact it's had on my career because I haven't had the opposite experience. But yeah, it's at this point in my life, it's an incredible thing that I'd like to kind of tap into.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, those lights, they are strong, aren't they?
They are quite, yeah. Hi, how are you?
They're filming us, right?
I guess some
Is this
people
being
are.
filmed?
Oh, you mean
A few people.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if the con is streaming or filming it or anything.
Just wondering, because
Why
I
you
want to put some more.
You.
Okay, great.
Yeah, there's a lot of internet stuff going on here. I see a Wakanda necklace, by the way.
Wakanda forever.
Hey, wrong franchise, but we'll allow your question.
Yeah, so my name's Carlton. Yesterday was my birthday, so when I saw you guys here, I was like, kind of a birthday present to myself here, so thanks for coming. So my question is this. I'm not really a person who cries during shows, like Endgame didn't make me cry, but Smallville was one of those rare shows where, yeah, I know everybody's like, what? No, so Smallville was one of those shows where I found myself crying, especially Christian, something you did, so I thought this is what it was like for me. You know, for y'all, just what was some of the most emotionally demanding moments or scenes y'all remember from the show, where you really had to dig depth to get that emotional depth that we saw?
So most emotionally demanding scenes or moments from the show.
Every time I worked with Michael.
Do you remember the scene where you guys are walking away? I'm like, higher, look higher here.
No, when you were like, you love him, you love him, from behind the camera.
She's acting like
Like, I got it. I love him.
still love
Michael
him.
was directing an episode and he needed to be next to the camera because he wanted to be close to the actors, and it was one of these things where the eye line, as I don't know if it's you or me who was walking away. Somebody was walking away and passes the camera, and Michael's sitting there next to the camera like he's Quentin Tarantino, and the eye line needed to, you couldn't just watch the character walk away, you had to kind of look up because that was the angle of the camera. And he's like, she's leaving, and I'm like into it, I'm like, is she getting fucking taller, bro? And he goes, I don't know, I'm directing! I'm into it, I feel it! I know what I'm doing! Look at here! My finger! I'm amazing, I'm Quentin Tarantino's the bomb!
Is it intimidating when, as an actor on a series, you also then say, oh, by the way, guys, I'm now going to direct this episode. Obviously, you're already a team, but
I don't think so for us. I thought everybody who directed it, I think, we all were like, yes, let's do it. Like, everybody was so
We've been doing it for
supportive.
so long. It was pretty much normal, yeah?
yeah. Cool. Hi. Thank you. Thanks for
I
the
think that everybody, like, when one of the peers was directing, or somebody, if Tom was directing, if I was directing, if Allison was directing, whoever was, we always gave it even more because, you know, it was like their first time or whatever. Tom directed actually quite a few. But you always wanted to give them the most because they hadn't done this and you wanted that episode to be better, I think.
Yeah, Schneider, everything, yeah.
Yeah. Hey.
Thanks, guys.
Hey guys, just want to say, Clark, you're amazing. Lana, you're amazing, and Lex, you're amazing.
Thank you.
And I was wondering, Tom, if maybe you wear this jacket.
No.
You won't? Not for like a
It's not gonna
picture.
fit, dude. I can tell through the shadow.
Are you sure it's an extra large?
Also,
It's too small.
And I have no idea how long you've been wearing that.
I know.
I have no
And
idea.
my question was, from a fan's perspective, I know you guys have bounced it around at many panels, but we would just rather like a live action movie or TV series.
Yeah, I don't know.
You guys have bounced around an animated one, and we really want live action.
I agree with you. Kristen may not know about this. Him and I have been talking with it. Apparently, I don't know if you know this. They've been doing.
Yeah, excuse me for a second.
Yeah, they've been doing Smallville comic books.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been doing those.
Yeah, apparently
That
they're
I
really
have
good.
a name for my superhero.
Yeah. We haven't been paid.
Sierra, you know about this. We don't know about your.
No, I
We were
just
just
heard
talking
about
about
it
us and like what we were doing.
So we were thinking of
Well,
doing
you can be now that you're aware.
Well, we're thinking of doing a Smallville cartoon where you just voice it.
Let's
not do a cartoon.
Are we allowed to?
Would you do that?
I don't know if we're allowed to, but I'd like to.
Can we do live action?
We're not gonna do it right now, though.
Oh, live action too, yeah.
Oh, did you want them to perform on stage?
No, I'm just saying,
because that's not happening.
Animated, can you guys try to do live action?
The what?
You want
From
to
a
see
fan's
live
perspective,
action?
we'd rather live action instead of animated.
So you're asking them to greenlight this right now?
No, I'm saying like, can they try to make that happen? 'Cause
Yes, let's all try to make that happen.
Okay.
All right.
Come on.
Can I have one more question?
No, you only got the one. But there's a lot of other people behind you. But
Are you gonna do an Arrow next season?
No. That was a bad joke.
Oh.
Sorry.
Thank you for bringing that up because we wanted to know.
also, I like that I opened the panel by saying, "Don't get weird," and then you say, "Will you wear my clothes?"
It's better than will you wear my skin?
True. It's true. Thanks for putting it in perspective for me.
Yeah.
Hi. What's your question?
You guys can tell that we didn't have a lot of much fun working together for years.
Diarrhea, 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 explosive diarrhea. Tom loves it. Tom loves it.
It's really almost like balletic.
She's
It's
on
like
you.
so graceful.
She's graceful.
On you.
You are on to me. As long as I make this woman laugh right here, we're okay. Okay, sir.
Yes. Is your question diarrhea related?
No, he has answered my question. I know he had diarrhea last week. No, that wasn't my question.
Oh, that was Kansas City.
Okay, my question is, after Smallville, they started coming out with all these other CW TV shows about superheroes. So if y'all could be on any of those shows, which one would it be and who would you play?
Beauty and the Beast.
That's not the...
It's over though.
You mean like Arrow or Flash or
Legends. Or...
Oh, thanks for the clarification.
Supergirl?
Which one should we be in? Supergirl?
Well, we've reached a consensus.
I think the most honest answer I heard over here was all of them.
How about Smallville, the older years? Hey Lex, how are you? Well, I just had neck surgery. Can't really turn my head this way. Could you stand right over there, Tom? Clark.
So not like 8 years later, but we could even do like 30 years.
Yeah, we could do, well, we were talking about something that we were going to do. We'll talk about that later. You don't remember what I talked about?
In the song.
Dude, that's funny.
It was literally a
It
conversation.
was in the song. Two old guys in a song. They go, I got this idea. It's gonna kill. Think we can get Krug?
He locked me in a hot room and a towel with him before he brought it up. I'm like, we've been hanging out for the last 2 hours before the sauna. We could have talked about this when there was more room and other witnesses. But he has a good idea. But when he's ready, I'm sure he'll tell you.
Well, you know, as like a follow-up, everybody asks about the CW shows. What's interesting is like when you guys, now it's in Vancouver, it's like CW town. Was it, and when you started, it was even before Supernatural, so was it a relatively quiet...
Jensen Ackles played Lana's boyfriend.
Oh, my boyfriend.
My football coach. And him and I were on set, and he's looking at me, I'm looking at him, he's like, it's kind of weird. And I'm like, yeah, let's get it done. Because he's a pro, he's a great guy. It's hard to meet a nicer person than Jensen and Jared. I don't know if you guys are fans of them, but they're great guys.
I just asked Kirsten, like, shit that I should have known. I go, wait, here's your coach, but he was like out of school, so that's not legal.
But he came from Paris with...
Hold on. So Michael, because actually you answer the why. I'll ask the question. Michael, why did you only read the scenes that Lex was in? Legit, this is like an acting question. Like
Because
Actor Studios.
Ask me again.
Michael, during your years at Smallville, why was it that you made a choice to only read scenes that Lex was in?
Well, Thomas, I felt as though if Lex doesn't know what happened, why should I? It's like I just know what I'm saying at these moments. I don't need to know everything else that is going on, and Lex doesn't know what's going on. If I just know what I'm saying, Does that make sense, Thomas?
Yeah, because I remember like when you'd go into a scene and he'd say, Clark, where have you been? He didn't know.
Which made it better.
And by the way, that is an actual little trick you can do for yourself as an actor. You can make those choices, you know, like where have you been? And it's helpful because you're being sincere in that. The other thing I always thought with Smallville was really funny is that no one ever knocked. Like people just showed up in the loft. Now it was really cool when Lana would just show up in the loft. That was great.
A high school boy could be doing other things.
But then if Lex was in the loft, it was like, oh, and then you get like the Martian Manhunter or whatever the hell his name was. He was dope. And where the hell did he come from?
I'm a billionaire and my security sucks. I could be sitting there doing the most intense work and it's like, oh, hey, how are you? Who let you in? I'm gonna have to fire him again. Did you ever notice that?
I didn't at the time.
They actually shot the X-Men movies at the Luther Mansion and Lex didn't know about it. Did you guys catch that in the movies?
It's cold in here.
Next question, A.
Hi. I was wondering what y'all felt about how Smallville has really catapulted that all the superhero things that we have now on TV, especially with the CW, like that y'all were the beginning of that. How does that make y'all feel? And like, did y'all know it would become this?
That was 2 questions.
Sorry.
I think it's pretty cool. I mean, it's been, I don't even know, what was the first other superhero show?
Well, Supernatural kind of spawned, but then really
It was Arrow, right?
It was Arrow, right?
Yeah. Which was when I started Beauty and the Beast, so that was a while after the show ended. So, but it's pretty, I don't know, it's cool. I don't watch them.
Yeah, well, that's okay. You know what I think? I think this. I think that
Do you need a puppet?
we were, like, not to toot our own horn, but we were the first of all of them. We were like the mothership or whatever, is that what they call it?
Literally the definition of tooting your own horn. It's the definition of tooting your own horn.
Yeah, I'm tooting on my own horn. I just, you know, I felt like it was, and then it spawned off on all these, it kind of made that stuff cool, like the way they shot it, the money they put behind it, it made it like a little movie every week, and from there they go, wow, this works. And then Arrow and Flash and all these successful shows, which were great shows, I'm sure. If you watch them.
The boring answer is Smallville was, they were trying to make Smallville for 10 years. When they first started, like, we're going to make a TV show about Superman, Alan Miles, who created the show, they've been trying for 10 years. So the answer is technology had finally caught up to a point when we did the pilot, where it became cost effective to do these visual effects. Where literally the year before, we couldn't do it. So that allowed us to do all these crazy things. I mean, we went from, I was in the back of a Ford F-150 that was driving at like 10 miles an hour with a treadmill in the back that was going faster